Mr. President, when we send American ambassadors to countries around the world, we're able to build partnerships that grow our economies, strengthen democracy, and promote our national security. Ambassadors are voices for American values and the interests that we share with other nations. Simply put, they're critical to promoting our foreign policy, our economic and security interests, and our leadership in the world. Yet when, because of gridlock here, we fail to confirm ambassadors, we send a dangerous message about our lack of interest in the world and our lack of commitment to diplomacy. Now, I have the privilege of chairing the African Affairs Subcommittee of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. And through my work as chair, as well as time I spent earlier in my life in Africa, I've seen up close both the incredible opportunities on the continent of Africa as well as the stark challenges. For instance, today, this decade, 7 of the 10 fastest growing economies in the world are in Africa. Yet right now, 1 in 5 American embassies in the 54 countries on that continent lack a confirmed ambassador. Africa faces serious security challenges. Boko Haram in Nigeria, which has recently kidnapped hundreds of girls and burned down churches and schools, is just one example. Yet as the countries bordering that troubled area of Nigeria try to coordinate a response to ensure that conflict doesn't spill over borders, we lack confirmed ambassadors in the adjacent nations of Niger and Cameroon. In Namibia, where we also don't have a confirmed ambassador, the United States is dedicating $50 million to combat HIV and AIDS. We need an ambassador to oversee those funds and make sure they're appropriately used. Let me just briefly review some of the numbers, some of the facts. Our nominees to the countries of Namibia, Niger, and Cameroon have waited for a vote more than 330 days, almost a year. Our nominee to Sierra Leone, 352 days. Our nominee to Mauritania, 289 days. To Gabon, 287. In the long absence of ambassadors, professional career Foreign Service officers capable and competent deputy chiefs of mission assume this role on the interim basis. But I'm deeply concerned that with the August turnover for Foreign Service officers quickly approaching, many of our embassies will also be left without a DCM at the helm. This is inexcusable. It hurts our economy, our national security, and our leadership to leave these posts unfilled and the ambassadorial nominees unconfirmed for so long. Mr. President, I have great hope for Africa's future. Across the continent, there are emerging democracies, growing economies, and although there are some security challenges, I'm optimistic we can meet them in partnership with Africa's leaders. But when we fail to send career public servants to serve as our ambassadors, we send the message we're not serious about these challenges and aren't willing to invest in these partnerships. I urge my colleagues to work together across the aisle to devote ourselves to getting our ambassadorial nominees to Africa confirmed. This transcends partisanship, and it's a task we should turn to promptly.